So this is the southern end of Saskakempa, and I'm now going to show a little bit of the southern part of Warsaw, southeastern part of Warsaw. Today is the 16th of February 2009, and the weather's not particularly good. In fact, the weather could be a lot better. It's now -4 degrees according to the radio, and maximum temperature today is expected to be 0. It's a dirty day. So this is ulica Wersalska, Versailles Street, as in the place near Paris where the palace is for the French kings. Now, this is a road which runs alongside the Vistula River, called Mędzyrzyński. The Vistula River is a very wide river, but it's not very deep. In fact, in the summer, you can actually walk across it in place. Well, I've seen people do it anyway. I suppose it requires some knowledge to do so. Actually, I'm heading south. The lights have changed. Now, one thing I didn't really talk too much about or anything about is the electronics in this car. It's got this system which is called ESP. I don't know if that's extrasensory perception or something else, which makes the car do things which the car knows something is about to happen, and it reacts accordingly. Now, I'm not going to put the ESP to the test myself, as I'm a bit too frightened to do so, but if I were on a track or something, instead of a real road, then I'm sure I could do. One thing, for example, it will do is it allows on turning and things like this, it will compensate, it will well, it's got all sorts of functions, so I don't think I'm in any position to start going through them now. Now, what you see here is a very snowy, icy road, and this is the sort of thing you really need to have something, a little bit extra caution, a little bit extra your wits about you. But in this car, I must admit, I feel perfectly okay. We'll see there are other people though who drive. It's not so bad on this road because the road's good, but as I saw a couple of days ago, the way the people who drive on bumpy, bad roads with ice and breaking the speed limit, turning around corners incorrectly, and it doesn't matter how many extra features your own car's got, and this one, for example, has got 7 airbags. If you've got an idiot coming at you, then there's really nothing you can do. Saw on the television yesterday in Warsaw alone about 6 accidents, some fatal, caused by bravura and a failure to understand how fast and you should be going when the road is as it is here at the moment. For example, I'm now going at the speed limit and there's people overtaking. There we are. Nice gentle stop. Well, today's a Monday morning and people are going to work, and it's now just before 9 o'clock. It's 8:45, and unfortunately the snowplow hasn't been down here yet, and or maybe it has, because there's slightly less snow on the road than there is on the verges. And this is the weather in February. So I think it's probably just as well to have this weather, because we've had too much good weather, so it's a return to what it should be like at this time of year. I think in 2 months' time I'll be cycling down here. I hope. Wonderful cycleway at the top of the road. At this point the dual carriageway ends, and we're now on the single carriageway, as can be seen. People coming into work, so there'll be long queues here. It used to be like this almost up to the centre, but a new road was built 5 or 6 years ago. A dual carriageway is in fact meant to be built down here. In fact, it should have been built by now, but clearly there are problems. It was due to open in 2009. This year. But it used to be like this all the way into Warsaw, not long ago. And there'll be a motorway which will circle around Warsaw, and the bridge will be somewhere over here, and there will be a connection with this road, which by then will of course be a dual carriageway, I imagine. Now these poor people have a very long queue to get into town. It's not moving very fast at all. Oh, that's something different, completely different story for me. Want to live down here. I want to get myself a house down here. It's not very well connected by public transport, but there are buses here. There's bus stops both sides. Shop on the left. a long queue. How far will it go? Well, it seems to be less of a queue now, people going driving slower, which of course is wise.